Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today is Wednesday the 3rd of August and we're going to see what happened today on gold on the during the New York session. So as you can see, pre-New York, which is about here, let me show you with the images. I had these areas charted up. So the previous highs, 1770, was a supply area, so I was expecting price to jump from there, to bounce on the bearish side from there. I had these two minus demand areas, which were the lows on the 1 minute, and also this previous area. You will see that here was charted up as demand, but not the strongest. I mean, it was just a bounce that you can see here during London session, but it was not a real demand area, which was exactly 1757-ish, 57,500, 56,200, and the supply at 1770. I charted up the New York Open, my start of trading, the new 4-hour, the New York Stock Exchange opening, the news, the first report that we had, and then the 10 a.m. candle. So first of all, we see that during New York, there was a slow start with the candle, not even, let me show you on TradingView. New York Open, the candles were went to grab some liquidity. This was 215. Grabbed some liquidity, respected the support, and then went bullish. I was waiting for my time to trade. My time to trade was 2:30. All this move, I was not trading it, and anyway, it was not at any. If the price went there and then jumped back up at my demand area, I would have entered buys. But since it did at a random support, I was not willing to rush buys. Yes, then the price broke and retested these previous highs, and this could have given you nice 50 pips move. If you see it, price respected and stayed above 1767 highs in continuation up. But what I was looking for was the supply area at 1770, which was corresponding to these previous highs, and as well reactions exactly over there. What I did initially was, okay, I will round it up to the closest PPL, but actually it was not good, and we're going to see why. I mean, it makes sense to match it also to the previous highs, especially if it's in the middle. It makes much more sense. Okay, and so my first entry was sells at supply. So price went to my supply area, rejected it, and I entered straight away sells. As you can see, price went basically to 10 pips, but with the spread, my trade was never put to break even. Anyway, when I saw that the price was respecting these previous lows, creating a flat candle body support and breaking above, that's where I manually closed everything. As you can see, full close over there. Yes, price can give you a double top, but it's not necessarily. If it gives me a double top, I can re-enter, but I don't want to take the full loss with a wick just to then continue bearish. I want to be to manage my trade, and that's a very good trade idea. The only thing is that, as you can see, with the supply area at the PPL, I then saw these candles acting and this price action. So as you can see here, let me zoom in. Candle closed below the area. This one left a top wick. This one was weak and left a top wick. This one left a top wick and closed bearish. For me, that was closing below the PPL, closing below the supply area. For me, that was a sell trade. and that's why I took it. But if you see that the supply area previously properly charted, sorry, is like this, then you see that the price is not yet breaking below your supply, and that's also why this area, look how many rejection it gave before being broken, and when it was broken it gave you the right confirmation. And so I entered cells, a second cell over there. I managed my trade. First candle was pushing up. I didn't wait for the close. That's bad. And I closed 50% there, and I closed 50% over here. I didn't want price. This was not the price action that I wanted for price to go continue bearish. As you can see, with a 15 pips stop loss, I would have still been stopped out anyway. But yeah, the entry was not good. I would have needed a cleaner price action. Look at this, is not the usual price action that I want at a supply area. As you can see also, price then kept bouncing from this level, and that's where also I took my third trade. And as you can see, for me, this was, I was considering, I don't remember if I was already, I think it was like this. This is a supply area, this one, that for me is turning into a demand area to continue up. I have this candle and I enter exactly at the candle close. And for me, okay, so price is respecting the support, it will continue bullish. Let me see how it even makes sense to look at it like this. The problem is that yes, we are making higher highs and higher lows. I see it, but the price action is too choppy, and there's no clear price action. Look at here, it's a clean price action, then clean rejection. That's fine. This I'm not really sure, especially with the flip in bias. So I have sell, sell, and then buy. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if this would have been a good idea that just didn't work out, or if it was a bad idea all along, all the time. Anyway, I managed my trade, as we're going to see. I managed my trade 50% at the first candle, rejecting the PPL, and full loss over there. I didn't switch. That's because of taking already 3 trades and 3 losses. You see supply to demand. The price is now rejecting and closing and retesting. This could be an easy sell because of the supply that is being respected. Just price went, not even aggressively, just went above and then got rejected. It's not like very, very aggressive bullish candles, just choppy price action. I should have entered cells over there, but anyway, what I did was entering cells afterwards. Okay, so what is this? Let me show you on TradingView my thought process. Okay, so now what we are talking about. Now this is a supply, and I think already, yeah, supply. Now price is staying below, and we are 12 minutes before the New York Stock Exchange open, so I know that there can be volatility, volume, and some and the pullback. So that's when I took this trade. So my thought process was, I missed this entry, it's fine. Price now is going bearish. These buys are not coming from a supply area, not coming from not even this level. This is just a pullback. When I saw this candle respecting these previous highs and my supply area, that's exactly when I entered cells. I entered cells exactly over there, and I'm expecting the price to respect the supply and continue bearish. As you can see, not the cleanest, but I stay there. I'm very, very proud because also over here, I didn't want to like, okay, let me take partials at 7 pips instead of taking a further loss. I already took 1, 2, 3 losses. Let me take 7 pips. No, I said, okay, I'm not afraid of taking another loss. If the price goes and closes above, I will take my partials. Otherwise, I will let the market tell me I'm wrong, not myself. And that's something that I'm really focusing on. And as you can see, price then went to my 10 pips, placing the stop loss at break even, and then went to 15 pips to take my partials. What happened afterwards was that price went to 20 pips, and as you can see, we have this price action and this previous PSA acting as a possible end of pullback for New York Stock Exchange. So what I did, and this is not good, I placed my stop loss around here. I traded my stop loss. I have my partials taken at 15 pips. I didn't take anything at 20. Sorry. Okay. Didn't take anything at 20. I was, okay, if the price breaks, okay, it's fine. But me placing the stop loss over there will do what? This will mean that I'm being taken out, yes, with, instead of break even, 4 pips, yes, but this candle would have not gone to my break even, and then continuation down. And as well, as I'm going to show you, okay, 50%, as you can see, not really nice. I missed this pullback entry. I was looking at this candle, like the last seconds, it was full bearish. This is like a 15, 17 pips stop loss. But when the candle closed like this, I was sort of, okay, price is rejecting here. So the buys, instead, like it was not here, the buys are coming from a strong, possible strong PSA. So I was not that sure about entering sells, but my plan is, okay, we are coming from a supply. This is a bigger supply than this is a demand. So for me, this is a sell in continuation. So that's why I was wondering, like 2 minutes later, I said, okay, damn it, I missed my entry. And anyway, you see price is trying to break, and actually breaks with some news, which is like here. This is the PMI, and anyway, yes, I missed this entry. So I said, okay, I took 1 win, 3 losses, I managed my losses, and it's fine. I don't see any trade unless we go to demand. What happens is that I see the bounce, I see this bullish move. We are now coming towards the 10 a.m. candle and another big report, another PMI report. So I see with also the back of my eyes this candle. So we are now 9 minutes before the 10 a.m. candle, and I entered straight without even thinking sells, because this matches my idea. From supply, I only take sells, because these buys are not coming from anywhere relevant. They're just coming from randomly. So that's where I took my sells, went 15 pips. Here, I said, okay, now I leave my stop loss at break even. And then I was also expecting price to the PMI to be positive for the USD because of the these previous ones at 15 minutes prior. They were positive, and all across Europe and other countries, the PMIs are showing good data. So I was expecting good data. So I had final TP at 50 pips and stop loss at break even. This is the 10 a.m. candle. Boom, goes straight to my TP. It even closes much lower, 70 pips, and we are now at a demand, as I call it, not the strongest. So that's why I was not looking for immediate buys, even though You can see price gave, like, you could have entered there for like 17 pips, but the price action is showing you why also for me this was not a strong demand area. Still, this was all more than 100 pips. And let me show you. And then what I was looking for is this. So I missed my entry. I also saw this live entry because the price was strongly forcing this wedge, sort of wedge, against the support. Buyers were not showing any strength. Look at these 3 candles. Let me show you there. I forgot about it. These 3 candles showing you top wicks all the time, respecting these previous highs. I saw this entry and I didn't take it, but I saw it immediately, and this would have gone 17 pips, and even more with the PMI better than expected, 25 pips. Then the pullback, and then this is the actual entry. So this is okay, and there's another trade idea that I had, because now price is coming to demand, and I made a reel about it on Instagram, and I saw that the price was coming to demand, so I was looking for sells. Yes, the price action is so strong, bearish, that you might think, no, you just have to look for sells. No, I was looking for buys. So what happens is that price, just goes to my demand area. Very bearish. This candle was the one that I immediately saw and made a video about it, of the possible bounce from a demand area, at least even 18 or 30 pips. So as you can see, what you see is that the lows are respected and close is bullish, so you are fine. What happens is, again, you get scared, but this is a good confirmation. Support is respected, and there you go. You have your 30 pips. These are 30 pips, 29, 30 pips, and you know where the price is bouncing back. So you know that you can't always expect price to continue back up. These are the previous lows, and we are still in a bearish trend. So unless we break above here, price will possibly continue down. And as we're going to see, price now exactly good confirmation to possibly retest the previous highs. Another rejection. Let's see at the support what happens. Okay. Now there's a liquidity grab. This is before London close. Liquidity. This could be exactly just one candle with 1 wick like this, and then price is just continuing to respect the demand area, respect these previous lows, but still making higher highs and higher lows. So I want to see the break of this level to see a strong bullish trend resuming. Let me just close this. As you can see, you break, you don't go immediately, but still retraces. It retraces, and let me delete this. Let me take out this. Respects the previous lows and makes higher highs and higher lows. But anyway, that's about it for today. Okay, so very happy about this entry, which would be like 120 pips. I'm very happy about a few things. So I took this sell and I managed very well. I took a very minor loss. I took this sell I'm not proud of, and these buys I'm not proud of. These should have not been taken, but one sell, yes. I took this high risk high reward sell, which is very, very good. And this one, if it was not poorly managed on my side, this one would have been again 140 pips, of course, not as a scalper, as an intraday. And again, this entry, but also this one, the same one, same level. This one would have been more than 120 pips just to go to your demand. So that's what I'm talking about. From supply, I only look for sells, sells, sells. At demand, I look for buys, buys, buys. I'm not looking for sells anymore. I'm not looking for sells here. I'm looking for buys. And I'm understanding that this one is not necessarily a strong one, understanding it from the beginning, because this one is based on the most recent PSA and 1 minute. The demand and the supply are based on 15 minutes, so as is more relevant. So this is it, guys, for today. Let me show you the last picture, which is this one with the live trades. So to sell the supply that was poorly, as you can see, this one was poorly charted beforehand. This one was closed full, this one was closed 50-50, took this buy, not good, but managed the trade 1 and 2, and then took the first sell. Over here you see it exactly at the candle close. It would, I don't think, maybe it would have been stopped out anyway, but I should have re-entered over there immediately, because started selling for supply, waiting for pullbacks for more sells, pullbacks, more sell. And as you can see, the last trade, when I saw this candle, I immediately entered without even thinking about 50 pips, 15 pips here, and 51 pips over there. And that's it for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trades. I should have taken like 3. So 1, 2, and 3, maybe 4 with this one, but it's absolutely good. Getting better every single day by 1%. See you guys.